Thank you, Karine. Just now, one of your colleagues at the State Department said Israel needs to do more to prevent settlers from sacking trucks of humanitarian aid bound for Gaza. The people who are doing this sort of thing are supporters of Prime Minister Netanyahu. They're the far-right parties are part of his coalition. Is the president concerned that the Prime Minister's domestic political needs could be preventing him from cracking down on what is essentially aiding a famine?
So look, a couple of things. I do want to give an update on humanitarian aid that has gone into Gaza. I think it's important. Since April 5th, more than 7,000 trucks have been moved into Gaza, so that is an update. Yesterday, nearly 250 trucks moved into Gaza, both via Kerem Shalom, so that is open, so that is important, as you all know, in southern Gaza, and a new crossing, Erez West, in northern Gaza. So we have seen trucks go in, and I think that's important to note, and that's because of the president's push and relationship with the prime minister, and insisting and pushing and saying we need to get more aid into Gaza because we know how dire the humanitarian situation is. However, with saying all of that, we remain concerned about ongoing limited operations at the Rafah boarding crossing and also the Erez crossing. I know I just mentioned that's a new crossing, but we want to get more in, as well as the ability of humanitarian partners to move within Gaza to deliver assistance and fuel to the vulnerable people who need it. So this level of aid remains insufficient, and we want to continue to press Israel to increase the level of assistance moving into Gaza. I cannot speak to the Prime Minister domestic politics. That is for him to speak to. What I can speak to is what we have been working on doing and how much we understand the importance of getting that humanitarian aid in, and that's what we've been doing.
I understand that you can't speak to the Prime Minister's motivations. What I asked you as the spokesperson for the president is the president concerned that Prime Minister Netanyahu's domestic political situation may be imperiling U.S. efforts to get more aid into Gaza?
What I'm saying is that we understand what I just laid out is not sufficient. We want to get more in. We are continuing to have those conversations with Israel, and we have seen some progress. We need to get more in. And so the president is committed to that, and that's what you have seen from this president. That's what I will speak to. Yeah, Nadia. No, I know you have follow-ups. Go ahead.
Just want to follow up since you update us actually on the humanitarian aid. Yeah. But equally as important issue is the fuel. So now the UN agency are saying that no fuel is impossible to get fuel to Gaza, and you know it's vital for the hospitals. So what efforts are the White House is leading to push the Israelis to allow fuel in?
So as you know, the pier is in place, which is very important. It'll be operational in upcoming days. So that's important. And obviously the Department of Defense will have more specifics on that. And so we're confident that we're going to be able to distribute this type of aid to get that in to Gaza. And so we continue to have conversations with the UN and the Israelis and also NGOs to ensure humanitarian workers are protected, and we continue to get that aid in. You heard from the National Security Advisor just days ago speak from this lectern to say that we are trying to do everything that we can from air, sea, and land to get that humanitarian aid in. We understand how critical that is to get done, and so this pier is now in place, and up next couple of days, coming days, we'll get that moving, and that is one way, obviously, we're going to get that fuel in, get the aid in, and obviously we're still working on the land crossings, and as you just heard, I gave some updates on the trucks that have gone in to a new crossing that just opened up, and obviously Kerem Shalom. So we are committed, this president is committed in getting that done.